Chapter 444, The Annoyance of the Box Ghost. It starts in the living room. Me, Lincoln, Lainey and Team Phantom are watching TV. Me, so far things have been quiet. Lincoln, yep. Then Lincoln sensed a ghost and out of the floor came the box ghost. Box ghost, I am the box ghost. Danny, bored, oh brother not this guy again. Me, who is he? Danny, that's the box ghost. He's the most annoying ghost in the ghost zone. All he does is control boxes and is the most egotistical of all the ghosts. Me, this guy must be really pathetic. Sam M, pathetic is an understatement. Me, I believe it. Box ghost, you should beware of my lunchbox of misfortune. He pulled out a lunchbox and fired a barrage of double meat and bologna sandwiches with lettuce, tomato, cheese, and bacon. We were eating a lot of them. Me, with mouth full, delicious. You make good sandwiches. Lainey, with mouth full, you said it. Box ghost, why thank you. Me, I have a proposition for you. Box ghost, okay. Me, how would you like to help us bring annoyance to some of our enemies? Box ghost, what's in it for me? Me, you annoy all the villains we know and you get a great lunch. Box office, hey. I'm in. They will know the meaning of the name of the box ghost. The where. Me, cool. Here's what we do. I whisper our plan in his ear and I call a meeting in the briefing room and tell everyone our plan. Everyone agreed with our plan. Sandman, let me have first crack and I know just who to dish out the annoyance on. Me, I have a feeling I know just who you are gonna do it on. Lincoln pulled out a big box. Biox ghost, oh I see what you are gonna do. I like it. Me, let's wrap this up man. Rim shot. Lewin, laughs, good one JD. Me, thanks Lewin. Box ghost, laughs, you got to admit that is pretty funny. Me, Lewin always cracks us up. Though her siblings might not think it's funny, I think it's funny. We wrapped him up and Sandman took the box. Maria, Scott, how did you become the Ant-Man? Ant-Man, that is a question I haven't heard in a while. Scott Edward Harris Lang was born in Coral Gables, Florida. A movie fanatic, he turned to burglary when his occupation as an electrical engineer failed to provide him with enough excitement in life. This was later retconned with the statement that he did so because he couldn't support his family. Apprehended, Lang served his prison sentence and was paroled after 4 years for good behavior. In prison, he furthered his study of electronics and was soon hired by Stark International to work in its design department. Under Tony Stark's direction, he helped install a new security system in Avengers Mansion. When his daughter Cassie became seriously ill, Scott Lang sought out Dr. Erica Sondheim, the only person capable of helping her. However, at the very moment he attempted to contact her, Sondheim was forcibly taken away to Cross Technological Enterprises, and in order to get her out, he decided to return to burglary as a final resort. 10 He broke into Dr. Hank Pym's home and stole the Ant-Man suit and shrinking gas canisters. Garbed as Ant-Man, Lang broke into Cross Enterprises and discovered that Sondheim was being held prisoner by Darren Cross. He rescued the doctor from Cross clutches and was relieved when Sondheim was able to save his beloved Cassie's life. Upon being confronted by Pym, as Yellow Jacket, Lang intended to return the Ant-Man suit to Pym and turn himself in for its theft, but Pym, aware of the use to which Lang had put the stolen goods, offered to let him keep them, provided he only used them to uphold the law. Shortly after, Scott Lang donned the Ant-Man costume on various occasions, primarily to assist Iron Man in the Avengers. Scott came to the rescue when Iron Man was trapped in his armor in the aftermath of a system overload. He also helped Yellow Jacket, Hank Pym's alias at the time, attempt to rescue the Wasp captured by Dr. Parnell Solomon, and alongside the Avengers he first battled Taskmaster. He then battled Oddjohn's mutated insects, and encountered Biotron of the Micronauts. Alongside Spider-Man, he he again battled Taskmaster, exploiting Taskmaster's belief that he was Pym by using his growth capsules on one of his ants as a surprise tactic. As Lang, he attempted to stop the raiders at a Dallas Electronics Engineers convention. He then battled the malfunctioning guard computer security system at Stark International. As Lang, he aided Iron Man and Jim Rhodes against Muller. He then met the Fantastic Four, and on their behalf first journeyed to a micro-world, and joined the Thing in battle against its denizens. Scott was instrumental in helping Iron Man discover who possessed copies of his technology during the Armor Wars storyline. He also aided the Avengers in infiltrating Taskmaster's henchman training facility, battling the Taskmaster alongside Hawkeye, and visited Henry Pym while he was in prison. He encountered Rick Jones in Alpha Flight, and then battled Dire Wraiths alongside Rom and Starshine. Scott was serving in an Avengers backup team created when Baron Zema's Masters of Evil took control of the mansion and captured some of the current team. He even helped the Wasp defeat the Absorbing Man and Titania when they attacked a hospital in an attempt to kill a comatose Hercules. He accidentally shrank Spider-Man and battled the Scarlet Beetle. He also battled Dragonfly. Lang was briefly hired by the Fantastic Four to serve as their technical consultant when Reed Richards was missing and presumed dead. It was during this period that Lang learned that Cassie had long since found out about his double life as a superhero. Lang later returned to form a temporary Fantastic Four with the Human Torch, She-Hulk and Namori Tah, and the other three were temporarily trapped in the negative zone. Lang played an important role in helping Mr. Fantastic cure the Hulk, who was suffering from Lou Gehrig's disease. Using a cure devised by Leader, Lang shrank down to microscopic size, entered Hulk's genes, and replaced the damaged genes causing the disease with healthy genes taken from the corpse of Bruce Banner's father. The energy surge released when Hulk returned to human form, integrating the new genes into Hulk's system and curing of the disease. After his ex-wife Peggy Ray gained custody of their daughter, Lang accepted an offer to join the Avengers officially. His personality clashed immediately with fellow Avenger Jack of Hearts. However, in Avengers Vol. 3 number 76, Jack helped save Cassie from a child murderer, shortly before committing suicide by traveling into space with the murderer and exploding rather than return to the containment cells required to control his power. He also appeared in the series Alias by Brian Michael Bendis, where he dated the leading character Jessica Jones, a former costumed superhero named Jewel who left that avocation to become a private investigator. He assists her in a matter with Maddie Franklin, one of the many female heroes to take the Spider-Woman name. Assisting the duo is SHIELD agent Clay Quartermain. Purple Man uses his powers to make it seem as if Scott had been consumed by ants. When Jack of Hearts reappears on the grounds of Avengers Mansion in a zombified state, Scott Lang rushes to Jack, only for Jack to blow himself up, destroying much of the mansion and seemingly killing Scott. This Jack may have been some type of apparition created by an insane Scarlet Witch rather than the actual Jack of Hearts, starting the crisis known as Avengers Disassembled. His daughter Cassie Lang subsequently takes the name Stature as a member of the Young Avengers, having apparently taken enough Pym particles over the years to enable Cassie to automatically grow and shrink in size whenever she wants. His Ant-Man helmet falls into Amadeus Cho's possession for a time with Cassie's blessing, choosing to focus on the insect mind-controlling abilities. During the events of the limited series Avengers, The Children's Crusade, Iron Lad takes the Young Avengers and an amnesiac Wanda Maximoff into the past, back to the day that the events of Avengers Disassembled began. Here, despite Iron Lad's assurance that they could not interact, Scott Lang is hugged by his daughter, and to take him away from the zombified Jack of Hearts, who is revealed to be the real Jack of Hearts under the control of an insane Scarlet Witch. When Jack explodes, the Scarlet Witch regains her memories and returns them to the present, including Scott. Thus his death is reckoned as having never actually happened, as he was merely taken from his time and brought forward. 39 Scott is proud that his daughter followed in his footsteps. However, a subsequent battle ensues, regarding the fate of the Scarlet Witch, involving the Avengers, Young Avengers, X-Men, Magneto, X-Factor and Doctor Doom. In the course of the fight, Scott is seemingly killed by Doom, although he actually survives relatively unscathed. Enraged, Cassie attacks but Doom kills her, much to Scott's grief. Afterwards, Scott joins the new Defenders team composed of Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Namor, Red She-Hulk, Iron Fist and Black Cat. Eventually, he became the second Future Foundation's leader, replacing Reed Richards when the Fantastic Four went on a time travel trip. Still suffering from his daughter's death, he decided to aim all the Foundation's resources towards making Dr. Doom pay for his crime. In the meantime, he engaged in a romantic relationship with Darla Deering, aka Ms. Thing. After a heated battle, Scott managed to exact his revenge on Dr. Doom by gradually overwhelming and defeating him, and by having him believe he had killed Valeria Richards. He also determined the true meaning of PIM particles, and how they operate on 3 distinct axes determining size, strength, and durability. During the Axis storyline, a now heroic and repentant Dr. Doom used Scarlet Witch's powers to resurrect Cassandra Lang, seeking to atone for at least one of his crimes. She turned out alive and well on Scott's doorstep. Following this, Lang moved to Miami to start a new life as well as to spend more time with his daughter. Scott later established Ant-Man Security Solutions. When he was attacked by Grizzly, mistaking him for Eric O'Grady unaware of the latter's death, Scott had to clear up the misunderstanding. Afterwards, Scott offered Grizzly a job in the company. When Cassie was kidnapped by Crossfire on behalf of Augustine Cross to use Cassie's PIM particle, irradiated heart could revive the very first villain Scott had fought, Scott was forced to turn to Grizzly and his fellow supervillain Machina Smith to infiltrate Cross plant to save his daughter. With Machina Smith disabling all the security, Scott was able to get into Cross Technologies and fight his way to Darren Cross, whom Dr. Sondheim was blackmailed into reviving using Cassie's heart. Darren engaged in combat against Ant-Man while the hero tried to buy time for Sondheim to transplant another heart into Cassie. After Cross was forced to flee when the PIM particles now in his body caused him to shrink down, Scott shrank down to microscopic size, and was guided by Sondheim to attack Cassie's white cells and allow her body accept the new heart's tissue. Even though the procedure was difficult, Scott was finally able to help Cassie survive the experience. When Peggy and Blake arrived, Sondheim told her that Cassie suffered an infraction and Scott took them to her. Although he saved his daughter, Scott decided to distance himself from her so that she could have a normal life. Some months ago, Ant-Man helped Giant Man into rescuing a computer technician named Raz Malhotra from Egghead. Months later, after the incident where Hank Pym and Ultron were fused together with Pym seemingly perishing as a result of the fusion, Scott received one of Pym's labs. Recalling his encounter with Raz, Scott sent Raz a present in the form of the Giant Man suit. During the Last Days part of the Secret Wars storyline, Ant-Man recovers an unnamed Asgardian artifact from Slug which he won from Mary Morgan in a game of Contact Bridge. Ant-Man delivers the goods to Mary Morgan where he learns that she is Miss Patriot. Mary Morgan revealed that Valhalla Villas is a retirement home for Golden Age heroes and villains where they live out their days in blissful remembrance. Mary Morgan then assembles the residents of Valhalla Villas like Golden Girl, Dr. Fear, Thunderer, Leopard Girl, Human Top, Sun Girl, American Ace, Flash Foster, and Wax Master. Using the Asgardian artifact, Mary Morgan rejuvenated the Valhalla Villa residents as Miami sees the unexpected resurgence of characters from the Golden Age. Mary decides to remain elderly since the past was too much to bear the first and only time. Scott then visits his ex-wife Peggy Ray in an attempt to see his daughter Cassandra Lang. Peggy puts Scott in his place due to him making no effort to visit her since she was in the hospital. Peggy also tells Scott that Cassandra is at a school excursion to Atlanta. While drinking at a nightclub, Ant-Man encounters Janice Lincoln and tries to take her down, only to get blasted. Janice states to Ant-Man that he should party like there is no tomorrow since it is the last night on Earth. Ant-Man takes in Janice's suggestions as they both hit the dance floor. He wakes up the next morning with Janice in his bed as the final parts of the incursion occur. As part of the all-new, all-different Marvel event, Ant-Man becomes a target of Whirlwind when Power Broker offers a demonstration of the Hench app to Darren Cross. When Cross was unable to pay $12 million to Power Broker, Whirlwind received orders to not attack Ant-Man. Ant-Man later helped Darla during when she was attacked by the second magician, the son of the original magician, when he was hired by a publicist named Marlena Howard through the Hench app to pretend to have a grudge against her. Scott Lang later reunited with Raz Malhotra and took him to confront Power Broker at his public promotion of the Hench app 2.0. They ended up coming into conflict with a female Black Lash who Power Broker hired to guard the event. Due to Raz's inexperience in crime fighting, Black Lash got away. Following the incident, Scott Lang gave Raz an offer to come with him to Florida to be trained while looking over Hank Pym's lab there. Raz accepted the offer. Scott later recruited Hijacker, Whirlwind, the new Beetle, the Voice, and the Magician to his Ant-Man security solutions. As a team, they fought Darren Cross, Crossfire, and Augustine Cross to save Stinger, aka Cassie Lang. After that battle, the NYPD arrested Scott for his crimes, but after a trial, he was released. During the Secret Empire storyline, Ant-Man joins the resistance group against Hydra after they take over the US. After seeing footage from Rick Jones, explaining Steve Rogers' conversion into Hydra's supreme leader, Scott is among the heroes who join Hawkeye in the search for the cosmic cube fragments that were scattered around the world, so they could reform the cube and restore Steve back to normal. After he smuggles Cassie out of the country, he offers Sam Wilson to join the resistance, but Sam turns it down. Ant-Man then meets him at a bar, with a small group of heroes led by Hawkeye. Hawkeye and the Tony Stark AI manage to convince Sam to smuggle them out of the country so they can find the cosmic cube fragments. It is eventually revealed that Hydra found and captured Cassie, forcing Scott to become a double agent in order to save her life. He confesses his treachery just as Hydra's forces arrive and destroy the Resistance's hideout. During the final battle, Scott shrinks Bucky Barnes down so that he can enter the cosmic cube and reawaken Kobik. This ultimately allows Kobik to bring back the original Steve Rogers, who defeats his Hydra doppelganger. With his reputation tarnished due to his betrayal, Scott joins the Guardians of the Galaxy in order to get away from Earth for a while. During a later attempt to coordinate a return to Earth for Cassie's birthday with Nadia Van Dyne's aid, things go quickly awry, and the two of them experience a series of bizarre adventures in the microverse before returning home. However, in the process the two of them became quantum entangled with each other. Maria, wow. That's incredible. I had no idea that you had a dark background. Ant-Man, that's right. Sinister 6. Sandman brought the present containing Box Ghost and he knocked on the door of the hideout of the Sinister 6. Dr. Octopus answered it. Dr. Octopus, yes. He saw the present. Dr. Octopus, what a beautiful present. He found a note attached to it and it was an apology letter. He read it. Dr. Octopus, I can't believe Sandman wrote this apology letter all by himself. Mysterio, does he truly believe that an apology will fix things? Scorpion, yeah. Electro, Hydro Man, and Vulture are dead because of him. Hobgoblin, he can rot in hell for all I care. Unknown to the others, Rhino and Shocker were smiling. Shocker, quietly apology accepted. Flint. Rhino, quietly good to hear from ya as well. Dr. Octopus opened the present and out came the Box Ghost. Box Ghost, I am the Box Ghost. Beware my cardboard wrath. Scorpion, you're an interesting fella. Want to rob a bank? Box Ghost, oh yeah. Unfortunately the robbery didn't go as well as they had planned and it got on his nerves really fast. He took the Box Ghost back. There was a knock on our door and I answered it. It was Scorpion. Me, Matt Gargan aka Scorpion. Scorpion, yeah that's right. Does this moron belong to you? Danny, unfortunately, yes. Scorpion, well, me and my buddies want him far away from us. Got it. Throws Box Ghost at Danny and slams the door. Me, sheesh. Good job Box Ghost. Box Ghost, thanks man. We had a great dinner. Me, now for our next target. Penguin. Clayface sent the box ghost to Penguin. He knocked on the door of Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot aka Penguin. Penguin answered. Penguin, yes? He saw the present. Penguin, what a beautiful present. I wonder who it's from. Penguin opened it and out came the box ghost. Box ghost, I am the box ghost. Beware of my power. Penguin, you will be perfect for helping me in making the iceberg lounge whole again. Unfortunately things didn't go well for him. And he returned box ghost to us. The same thing happened to Gorilla Grodd as he was working on a device, Riddler as he was preparing a scheme for Batman, and Livewire who was in the process of working on a jewelry store heist. After our spree of annoyance was done we were having a great dinner. Me, great job box ghost. You have become a great villain. And you can annoy anyone. Box ghost, thanks JD. I owe you one. Me, you are welcome. You know I feel sorry for all the ghosts and villains that have to put up with you. We all agreed. Later we sent the box ghost back to the ghost zone and when he went home he had a run-in with an unexpected surprise. He ran into Skulker. Skulker, box ghost, I thought we were rid of you in the ghost zone. He kicked box ghost back to Earth and he saw me and Team Phantom. Me, we will be ready to fight Skulker. Your time has come. Skulker, we shall see JD. Knudsen. You and Team Phantom will all be mounted on my wall as trophies. Danny, we would like to see you try Skulker. He went back into the ghost zone. The end. Another fanfiction complete. The box ghost was a funny ghost and he was the most pathetic villain in Danny Phantom. There are some shows in the cartoon world that have villains that are just absolutely pathetic and are used only for comedy relief. Like Toiletnator in Codename K&D. The next chapter is the fight with Skulker, so get ready for a Predator fight. Nico-chan11 gave me the ideas for this one. Thanks for that man as usual. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.